question to conclude our climb before we start this descent down these cables, which is I'm not looking forward to. We're just supposed to finish Skeletal Dysplasia Week camp, and everything I've been doing, I just can't. I still constantly thinking about the campers and how much I miss them, and I miss the painted turtle. So, looking out at this beautiful landscape and everything we've accomplished thus far this summer without camp, but doing it all for camp. If you had the ability to have a conversation with one of the campers at this moment in time, what would you tell them?
Well, I would really emphasize to the camper, whoever they may be, that magic at camp does not lie in the location, but it's rather within all of us, and that, it's our job to kind of really send that message home that, you're supposed to take that magic back out of camp, out into the real world with you, and that there is, much like in camp, there's a lot of good out there, and we should be able to have that positive outlook to kind of expect and hold people accountable to being able to live up to the potential of living that magic on a daily basis and being good to other people. And that even though their week at camp was taken from them, it's similar to our story. Our time at camp was taken from us, but the reason that we're able to go on and carry through with this trek and carry on with everything we've done, all the ups and downs, all the plans that have been set up just to be crushed late at night, and then we wake up in the morning and have to start all over again. The only reason we can do that is because we're not doing it for ourselves. And I think that if you take that perspective out into life, you can do anything. If you're not doing it just for yourself, you're doing it for the good of other people and the good of the whole, then the magic will spread. And that's the goal of our journey. Spread the magic.
I would tell them that if you have this and you follow this, then anything is absolutely possible. And those who doubt you, you can give them this. Okay? Because right now, we're doing this trek for the campers and everything like that, but I just am constantly thinking about them, and like they are so empowered at camp. And I'd want my message, what I hope to instill with them, is to get them to empower themselves, as much as they can this summer, and to see that, because I think what the hard part is we kind of all go to camp from the real world, and we're way different, and then we experience the camp and our interactions with the campers, but then we go back to the real world, and it's very conflicting. Because at camp you're constantly empowering those around you, and I think that you have a healthy brain and a lion's heart, and you can empower yourself throughout your entire journey of life and bring the magic to those around you.
This zone kind of acts as a place void of a lot of social constructs and a lot of like you don't have to live up to anything. You can just kind of be free and experience freedom and explore and discover. And I think that can be that tool and that experience can be utilized in anything. And you're not defined by your limitations, and you're not defined by how other people place you in different categories. You're defined by yourself and your spirit, and like Evan said, your heart and your mind. And you can take that anywhere. Like Zane said, you can take that through the rest of your life, through many different experiences. So being free is a goal, and it's a journey, and you can accomplish it by really surrounding yourself with amazing people and looking inside yourself and finding the magic in many different places.
If there's a message that I'd like to emphasize, it would be that coming up here personally, I'm pretty terrified of heights, but seeing other people do it gave me the belief, and having the people around me that can encourage me and empower me to do things that I didn't know were possible for my capabilities. It really just shows that, and we're up here now, that and we still got to go back down. So another thing I'd like to say is that the journey's never over. Once you accomplish something, or that's great, but after that, go chase another mountain or go find new boundaries to break through, and just keep, like everybody said, keep a positive attitude towards it. And I mean, really, there isn't very many boundaries for at all, really. Sitting up here is a testament to that. So that's all I got.
Okay, so I agree with much of what has already been said. I think that the biggest lesson that everyone should really take away from camp, and something that maybe is not emphasized enough at camp, is that there's often a distinction between camp and the so-called real world. And I believe strongly that the real world, our real world, whatever real world you live in, can be more like camp. And I think that each of us that has experienced camp has the responsibility to go out into the real world and to find a way to make that world like camp. I love camp because it's a place where I can be myself, where I feel valued and respected and loved, and where I'm surrounded by other people who I also feel are valuable and people who I care about and who support me. And I think that this has also, I have never found myself, honestly, surrounded by 5 more caring, genuine guys, and it's seriously been such a cool experience for me. I feel so lucky to be here. And I think that another lesson we can take away is that everyone that has experienced camp has that magic, I suppose, inside of them, and the spirit that camp teaches us to have, caring for others. But I don't think that it's only people from camp that have that energy inside them, and I think that it's so important that we surround ourselves with people like that make us feel good about ourselves, that challenge us, that support us, because camp isn't it. Camp is an amazing space, and it's obviously where it's a place that we all love, but camp can't be it. It's not it. This world is obviously filled with beautiful things that can make you feel just as happy as you feel at camp, and it's just so important that that you, camper, goes out and finds those things and believes in yourself and believes that there are other people out there that have similar goals and who will support you and will care about you.
We all serve as representatives to bring the magic to the rest of the world, to show everybody else that there's this wonderful place where kids can just be kids and they don't have to focus on their condition or focus on anything that might hold them back, because at camp nothing does hold them back. And I mean, not to pull the classic line, but I would just say to the camper, close one eye, then the other, and open your heart wide. And for that moment, you're at camp. And also, anytime when you've got a big sky of stars and you're feeling lonely, just go outside, look at the stars, and know at that moment any one person or multiple people from camp at that same time are looking at the stars. So in that one moment, you're together looking at the same sky, whether you're separated by 2 miles or 200 miles or 2,000 miles. So we all have, it's been said already, but we all have camp in us, and that's really what the spirit of camp is from the gates of the deep. Things are tough sometimes, but we just have to be strong.